Hi, this is Kim McAllister, and I'm going to walk you through the demographic assessment project. It's a little bit complicated. It's not difficult, it's just a little bit time consuming. And I wanted to take you step by step through the process. So click on Resources, and then under Experiential Learning Practice Documents, open the Demographic Assessment Project. Enable editing. I like to see everything on one page. And this has the instructions and also includes the form that you're going to fill out. You'll turn this entire document in on Shriner 1. So this explains the course objectives. It tells you the learning objectives that are met by this project, the goal and assignment objectives, and so on. This assignment takes roughly 10 hours to put together. You may do it faster, you may do it slower. You're going to complete a list of tables that we'll see in a minute. And there will be some information that you won't be able to find, and that's okay. You're going to put NA in the blanks where you can't. After you fill in each table, you're going to write a short summary sentence for each table. You'll write a summary statement for the overall assessment. And then you're going to locate the information that's on the form and submit the results. Be sure you follow all the directions. So you're going to begin with number 1. And you have the link to log on to American Fact Finder. So you'll click on that, and this will bring you to the U.S. Census. So let's say you are in Kerr County. You can load that up, and you'll see that you have all the information. This tells you the entire population of the county. And then it goes through a whole set of different sets of information that you can look at. And these are the things that you're going to be filling in. So for example, if we look at the general housing characteristics, you have a table that will pop up and will tell you the sex and age of all the population within the zip code. So then you go back to your document, and then you would fill in that information. So fill in the information for the zip code, and then put in the percents. Now, something that's a little tough for students is sometimes the percents don't match. Take a moment and think about how the census is collected. Have you ever received a census form in the mail? Who fills it out? One member of your household is going to fill this out. So all of this information is self-reported. This is why some of the numbers won't match up, because it's not always completed correctly, and that's okay. So I want you to say to yourself, that's okay. So you'll go back to the census, uscensus.com, American Fact Finder, and then enter your county name and then enter the state name. So you'll be recording information at the zip code level, the county level, and the state level. So after you've collected this information, then write a summary statement about the ages. It might be that there's a large part of the population is 65 and older. It may be that there's a large population that is very young. Just a general summary statement about what information is reflected there. So then you'll go and you'll select the Race and Hispanic Origin tab on the left. And you'll have another set of tables that you can click on. And then you will complete that information here. And then write a summary statement about race. Next, you're going to look at occupancy, which will be the housing characteristics, housing and occupancy characteristics. And you can see you can find the housing information here, the race and Hispanic origin that we were talking about a moment ago here. Each one of these tabs has a corresponding table. Oh, didn't want to open my email. And then you'll complete that. So then write a statement, a summary statement about the occupancy. It could be something like, there are a lot of single people living in this community. There are a lot of married couples. There may be a lot of female householder only. How many have children under 6? All of these things are important when you are considering the health of a community and also the needs of a community. You're going to be amazed at how much information you can find if you've never done this before. Then economic characteristics. You're going to find a whole list of income, and you'll be looking at the number of people who have separate income levels. So when we look at income, we look at how many people are living, what percentage of the population is living in poverty. Think about what living in poverty means in terms of needs that people have, access to care, the ease of getting goods and services. That has a huge impact on the health of the population. We also look at how many are on supplemental Social Security, on SSI, how many are receiving public assistance, how many are receiving food stamps, and then write an income summary statement. Next, we'll look at occupation. These are all the different occupations that are collected from the U.S. Census. And again, you're going to fill this in for zip code, county, and state. Again, this is not difficult. This just takes a little bit of time to do. So then write an occupation summary statement. It may be there are a lot of people with professional skills living in this community, or there may be a lot of people with technical skills, people with other skills like mechanical skills, auto repair, education, teachers, farmers, and so on. And this will give you an idea of what kind of workers there are, what the economics looks like. So then you would think, what kind of safety information do I need to be giving the community? What kind of hazards could there be? What type of occupational hazards would there be? And so on and so forth. That's just kind of a basic thing. Poverty. This looks specifically at how many people are living in poverty. Is this a female head of household? Is there no husband present, or no other partner present? Generally speaking, women who are single mothers are at the greatest risk for living in poverty. We have the largest numbers of people, of single people who have children who live in poverty, are usually women. And so this has a big impact on the health of that child, and this is someplace that we need to funnel resources to help people that are in this situation so that they get the goods and services that they need to thrive. And so then you would write a poverty summary statement here. Next, we have health insurance. We're looking at people who have health insurance, people without health insurance, people, we divide this out into everyone versus people who are civilian, non-institutionalized population. We want to get a look at that. Then write your health insurance summary statement. Next, go to educational attainment and look at the different levels of education that people have. And then you can tell on that same table, it will talk about the poverty rate for people with less than high school, people who are high school graduates, some college, and then bachelor's degree or higher. And then you can write a summary statement about that. Then you're going to go to the Texas Health Data site. I know some of you that are with us are in other states. Please locate your state health department. If you have trouble finding that, please email me and I will help you find your site. So you go here and then you'll find they have the different tables, data tables and so forth that you can find. I keep wanting to open my email instead of going back here. So here you're going to look at the birth data and you'll see the picture is a little bit different. They changed the site this time. But you can look at the birth data and you can put in your county and get the data for the county, and then you can also get the same data for the state. So you want to put your birth rate, your death rate, look at the different death by causes, diabetes, diseases of the heart, cerebrovascular disease, influenza, pneumonia, accident, suicide, homicide. And then you can find your infant mortality rate at this link. Then go ahead and put in your county, the number in percent versus the state. You won't find that for the zip code. Some health departments, some of the local health departments will have it and some don't. So it's not consistently for the zip code. So then look at the most prevalent communicable diseases and put the one with the highest rate. Students are usually very surprised when they find out what the rate of communicable disease is. So then write a vital statistics summary statement. And then after you have completed all of that, you need to indicate what 2 weaknesses and 2 strengths of the community are. And that's based on this information. So then you're going to write a summary statement. This is a summary of all the tables together. After you've written your weaknesses and strengths of the community, write just your summation of the community. Next, you need to do your community nursing diagnosis. This is 20 points of the assignment. A community nursing diagnosis is not something you're going to find in a NANDA book. This is not the same kind of nursing diagnosis that you develop for your patients in the hospital or in other acute settings. There is information on page 49 in your text on how to do this. Also, we want to go through this format. Understand, after you have decided what you think your community nursing diagnosis is, you can email me your diagnosis and ask me if it's okay or if you need to make any adjustments. This can be kind of a challenge for some people. I urge you to email it to me so that I can review this and help you through the process. After all, it's 20% of this assignment. So the format for a community nursing diagnosis, community health nursing diagnosis, is first of all, you state what the problem or the risk is. Then state the population that's affected, and then state the causative or the related factor. So an example would be a risk of learning disabilities, that's our problem or risk, among children living in Flint, Michigan, that's our population affected, due to severely elevated lead levels in the water supply. That's the causative or related factor. And again, this says, please don't hesitate to get assistance. I am more than happy to help you. Now, understand that this community nursing diagnosis has to be something that community health nursing can do something about. So be sure that you pick something that we can work on. Also, your community nursing diagnosis is going to be what you are going to work on for your teaching project. So when you think of this diagnosis, it needs to be something that you can address through a teaching project. This is the grading guide. So each table that you complete is worth 5 points. The summary statement after each table is 2 points per table for a total of 20 points. 2 strengths and 2 weaknesses is a total of 10 points. Your community nursing diagnosis formulated is 20 points. So this gives you the full point spread. So you basically get all of these points just by cutting and pasting the information from the tables from the census data into this document. Then you have to think about a summary statement. You have to sum up each table, so be sure that you do that. Then identify 2 strengths and weaknesses of the community, and then formulate your nursing diagnosis. And that is how you complete that. Again, please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions at all. I know this is new for many of you, and I'm more than happy to help you. I am here for you.